everybody, welcome to that Challenge Podcast. My name's Josh. Thanks for joining me today. I'm so happy you're here, blessing me with your presence, watching videos with me. I rarely wear my hat backwards, like ever. You think stupid, it's silly, it's dumb? I don't know if I like it. We'll try it. We'll see what you guys say. Also, I have a question about my looks. I was going to put a post on it, but do you think I should keep the beard cropped and then long it, or should I keep it cropped and like trimmed nicely? Because the stash is getting in my nose and it's itchy. Like the little hairs go blah, 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 and they tickle my nose. I don't know what to do. Anyway, today we're talking about Kyra, an old Wine Wednesday that popped up. Somebody said I should take a look at it, and so we're going to do that. These are quickly becoming my favorite Kyra videos to do because she like can't edit shit out. She just says it gets screen recorded, and we get to hear it. Oh man, it's so fun. Kyra's such a dummy. So let's snark, shall we? Okay. There was a live, I screen recorded it too, but I was in the chat and I was just making fun of her. I said, if the smell of burnt hair was a person, I was just leaving all these troll comments. She will not block me. I have no idea why she won't block me. It's starting to bug me though. Just block me, Kyra. Anyway, let's get to this one. This was 2 months ago. So it's like, I think when she started doing Wine Wednesdays a little while ago, I think this is kind of one of the first ones. So let's take a look.
Watching a movie and I feel like they know that I'm not up there, so they're trying to take advantage and they're being naughty, and I feel bad because boyfriend's watching a movie on the couch.
Boyfriend, who is now fiancé. So I guess they caught a little bit late, but apparently Preston's upstairs trying to have his movie night by himself, and she feels guilty because the kids are trying to like be kids. Sounds nice. So if you're so guilty, why are you down here? Go watch your kids, dickhole.
And I can hear the girls got into something as well. Oh my god. Freaking kids. Levi,
Just imagine talking shit about your kids while you got a big giant glass of booze and you're like, effing kids, man. Don't they know I'm an influencer? Those assholes. What a dick. All these videos are surfacing on Kyra's Reddit snark thread or whatever you call it. Go check it out. People are going through all the old OK Baby videos and they are finding every bit of toxicity that was Kyra. And it is almost... And I'm not saying Oscar wasn't toxic to some degree. I don't know. I don't watch them. But it's almost always Kyra being completely a toxic asshole. Always. And it is all surfacing now. People see what they wanted to see then and let her get away with it until they realize who she really was. Now they go back over old videos and everything is clear. That's called hindsight 2020 or something. I don't know if that's what it's called. Sorry if this is too personal, but his boyfriend's going to celebrate Father's Day. Why would he celebrate Father's Day? He's not a father. What does he know? He doesn't know. No Father's Day. F off. And why they call him boyfriend? Just call him Preston. We all know who it is. Okay? Stop being a shiny wanker.
Sorry, I'm eavesdropping. Levi let have video games tonight. Usually, I only allow 1 hour a day. I used to have no boundaries with
Shut up.
video games. It's also very hard because at his dad's house, he has no video game rules. And so that's kind of how I did it as well. And I realized how naughty he was starting to be and just not good. So I took them.
No. Here's the kid who's being smart about this. He wants something. He knows you have to go do a live. So you're telling your kid, hey, I have to do a live. And this is mommy time, blah, blah, blah. Why don't you wait till your kids go to bed to do this? He's taking advantage of a situation. He knows you're on a live, that you can't be interrupted. And so he's going to take that to you. That's this kid being smart. You should reward that.
Oh, completely. And then now I do like an hour a day. And last night he really wanted to play with Casey and Caden. That's his uncle and aunt. And they never, Caden plays with him, but Casey, I don't think she plays Fortnite a lot. So long story short, I told him tonight because...
No, you made the long story long. Okay.
He doesn't have any camps tomorrow morning he could play for an extra hour because usually he's been playing when he has football the next day, so he can only play for...
You made this long story even longer than it needed to be as a long story.
Like, he can't play late. He can play for 1 hour still, but he can't play late. So today I told him.
Do you still talk to Karina?
Hey, girl. Oh my gosh.
Girl. You know what? The person in this whole, if Karina is in fact Oscar's mom, I think I'm right. The person who's had the most like freedom from all this is Oscar's mom. Like, she's like, thank God. I know Oscar's going through it. I know he's sad, but thank God. He'll come out. Time will heal him and everything else. And she's like, thank the Lord. You know that.
Conversation leads to that, but usually the initial text is like, do you know this? Can you do this? Like, does that make sense?
No, nothing that you say ever makes sense. Also, your forehead does make sense.
Okay, let's go back to the wine topic, because you're right, that is what we were talking about.
Imagine this woman loved her children as much as she loves Preston and wine. Just be like, she'd be a nice person. Okay, a taste test isn't drink the whole thing in one gulp, right?
Okay, screech.
I can smell the alcohol breath. It's you. Like, you ever have like, I know I grew up with alcoholics, and so obviously it's triggering when people are drunk and they try to talk to you. But it's also funny because I have a lot of friends who drink, right? And sometimes we went partying when I was younger. I never drank, but I went out with my friends, had a good time. And you always get the drunk guys like, dude, and they like breathe into your face, you're like, holy shit, bro.
How can I like hide my face so that I'm not in the screenshot? This stuff is amazing. It's a red.
You're a red.
It's a red. So if you don't like red, you're not gonna like this. But it's so good, and if you open
if you don't like things, you're not gonna like this thing. I know. Stupid comment.
The bottle and drink some.
Nobody likes you, Kyra.
Not too long ago.
I said what I said.
Well, obviously a generous.
Okay, story time. I watched Armageddon last night for I don't know, the last time I saw Armageddon. Probably when I was a teenager. Holy cow, that movie is good. Like, do yourself a favor. Maybe I need to do like a mini series on my rewatchables, because I love the podcast Rewatchables, and maybe I'll tell you about my rewatchables. But I love rewatchable movies. Okay, they just the ones that stand the test of time. You can watch them no matter what it's on, like Forrest Gump, like Shawshank Redemption. You know those ones you can watch, and you will always sit there and just be enamored with it. Armageddon is good. Okay, for the time that it was made and the graphics and the CGI, holy, it still stands the test of time. I actually teared up a little bit, man. It is so good. Go watch Armageddon. I have no idea why I brought that up. It had nothing to do with this.
I actually threw the rest of the glass away that I had, so I didn't drink that much. But regardless, is what it's called. You is right. The Snoop Dogg wine is good. I didn't even know Snoop Dogg had wine.
Snoop Dogg has everything. Probably has socks and underwear and shit.
I literally bought one for my wine cart and 100% agree. Oh yeah, it like changes wine. It's
like,
really
oh my god, can we get on to other topics, please?
Maybe.
If she talked about like normal shit, like she talks about booze and Preston, damn, she might be interesting. Damn, that smells good. Which one's this one? Sonic Flower. Okay, guys, I know I talked about Scentbird the other day, but Sonic Flower. Oh my god, that's good.
And all those drinks are usually pretty high calorie. The best you're gonna get is like maybe 90 calories. And to not feel anything off of that, like I'd rather just drink water and stay skinny. I want to know, what did you guys do today? It's Wednesday. I know we talked about how it's Wednesday.
Oh my god!
Did you have sex? What did you do?
What?
I want to know.
What? That's what you're asking strangers on the internet? Did you have sex? Now I'm gonna look at the comments.
Everything. Oh, it's just not a cheese charcuterie.
You mentioned a while ago libido pills. Do people take that shit? Does that actually work? Gas station libido pills? That's not a thing, is it? That's not a charcuterie board. You just put a bunch of shit on a board.
I did a little.
It's a rando board. I had morning sex, then went to work. Well, thank God you didn't go to work, then had morning sex. Thank God, Michaela. Could get arrested for that. It's just, you can tell who her tribe is, right? I wish it was weed infused. I had sex. This is her tribe.
I got a new job. Oh my gosh. You're just like on top of life right now.
What if the job is selling fentanyl? Not on top of life. Look at this. Look at the oversharing.
Morning sex and then I went to work.
I had afternoon sex. Jaja.
You mentioned a while ago libido pills. Any recommendations for sex enhancers? So I think libido pills work really good. It just helps, like, I think a lot of women don't realize if you're not feeling super horny or whatever, one, that may be normal. Two, women just aren't as horny as men, I don't think.
That's not true. Sometimes. Depends on the age and stuff.
There's an exception to every rule. But third of all, a lot of times women don't realize that your hormones, especially that, like, not usually up to where it should be. So taking libido pills really helps.
Are the kids hitting the floor with a bat?
With that, and any brand works, so don't feel like you need to get like the best one or the expensive one.
Do they work for real? I'm like, I need to know now.
So that's like my top recommendation. And I did try like this viral TikTok sex chocolate, and I don't know if that made a difference. I think
it didn't. They don't. It's all in your head, Kyra.
There's a little bit of placebo with
Like if you're having threesomes and you're having like so much sex all the time, you're probably addicted to sex. You don't need libido pills. Why does she need libido pills? The things that we know the dildos that she has. Like why does she need like she's lying, right? She's getting them as ad sponsors or something.
Ask me, but there is that out there if you would like to research those.
And one of the friends is like, do the libido pills have weed in them? Because I want to get high too.
I had therapy. Oh my God,
Levi, stop being a regular child that plays. Stop it. I'm doing a live down here.
Your girl needed it this week. You know what? I've been thinking about going back to therapy. You guys know I'm a very big...
What is happening?
Something's gonna fall through. This freaking kid. I'm a very big therapy...
Yes. What is he doing up there? Holy cow.
Promoter.
You're not a big therapy promoter. Because you didn't do any therapy. You left your family in the dust without trying any therapy or doing anything. And then you went to therapy after you and Taint got together.
Been in therapy. I love therapy. I think 9 times out of 10, it's like life-changing, not just like, oh, that's probably good. I think it's life-changing.
Okay.
So I've been thinking about getting back into it, but it's so expensive. And you guys probably know this if you've been watching me for a while, but I don't know what it is. I hate paying. I feel like those industries, like the mental health industry and just like the health world, totally takes advantage and charges so much. And if you just pay out of pocket, it's usually cheaper. Oh, don't even get me started on that topic.
Don't even get me started.
I definitely believe in doctors. I appreciate doctors. I go to the doctors. All my kids are vaccinated. Like, I'm not saying that.
Oh my God, what are you saying then? Say it!
I'm just saying, I can't believe how expensive it is. And in the past...
Can't believe how expensive doctors are? The people that go to school for 7 years? Yeah.
Been desperate and gone, regardless of the...
Story time, I have to go to a dentist, okay? Because a little bit of my tooth here chipped off. I was eating popcorn things, those popcorn... I think they're like Pirate's Booty, but they're not Pirate's Booty. Okay, they're really good. Like corn something. They're good. And I was just chewing and like, my tooth chipped. Like, what the F? I take pride in my teeth, generally. Okay, my teeth have been... I remember growing up, I never had cavities, ever, for some reason. Every time that school dentists would come, because they check our teeth at school, that's how we did it here. I don't know if that's where but they did it. Or we had fluoride days, and if you put the squishy, like I don't know what you call it. You did the fluoride, and you put in, there's a lot of bubbles, you win a pencil. Anyway, I never had cavities growing up. I had some cavities in the past few years, right? But we don't have any benefits anymore because I'm not a pastor. Wifey just started work, so we don't get benefits for like months, okay? That's how it works. So I had to go, and he's like, oh, it looks like you're gonna need a root canal. I'm like, what the F is that? So now I need a root canal. You know how much it costs if you don't have benefits? $1,200 just for the procedure. Then it's another $400 if you want to be asleep for it, which I will, because no thanks. And then if they have to do any other fillings and cavities, and when you're in there, they have to do all that. He's like, and then the crown is $2,000. So basically, I'm going to wait for months and months until my wife's benefits kick in. So holy crap.
Cost, but right now I feel like, is there things that I could better in my day-to-day routine rather than like pay to go and talk to somebody, you know? I don't know.
I don't know either. No one knows what you're saying.
And I've done BetterHelp before, and I really liked that. So I'm debating doing that because it's a lot more affordable and it's online. So I like wouldn't have to leave my house and stuff, because that's another big thing. Like, where would I go?
To a therapist? I don't know. Stupid.
They definitely do. We need a better system for affordable healthcare. Yeah.
Honestly, America should go socialized medicine. I know people hate socialism, and most people do. But socialized medicine, regardless of how shitty it is, because it is shitty no matter where you are, it's still better than your alternative. You drinking wine with a straw?
I quit my job. Okay, but then you said you're a stay-at-home mom, so like that seems like a very exciting thing. At first I was like, are you okay? Second, time around reading that, I was like,
I'm fast
you're
forwarding
good.
this.
You're a small amount. Like, no, I'm paying out of pocket the premium. They basically are punishing you for being self-employed. It's ridiculous. Like, I need to like explain.
Are they wrestling upstairs?
He got out. Levi, stop jumping!
Ow!
I'm gonna beat his ass.
You're gonna beat his ass for being a normal child. That's nice. I know she's probably just joking. I hope she doesn't beat his ass. Like, I hope Oscar and Kyra don't hit their kids. And I know some people say that's nothing wrong with that. I absolutely have a problem with that. I don't care who you are. Hitting your child doesn't matter if you're doing it in a loving way or whatever. It's never gonna be a go. Don't beat your kid's ass, Kyra, you dumbass. Plus, you put that on camera. Oscar, I hope you have that. So when you fight for custody, you can say, look at her talking to strangers on the internet, drinking wine, and saying I'm gonna beat his ass on the internet. Bad move there, Kyra. I think that's what people wanted me to watch this video.
Makes me so irritated.
It makes you so irritated.
The basement where my room is, you can't.
My kid being a normal child makes me so irritated. And in another sentence, she's like, when they go away from me, I cry, I'm sad. Yeah, but when they're with you, you're like, I hate my kids. You're such a hypocrite, Kyra. You are bad at this. Look at the way she talked about wine and the way she talks about Preston and all, like, oh, it's amazing, and it's me. I captured the essence of myself and I found myself in Preston's taint sauce. Oh my God, it was amazing. And this wine, look at this wine I'm talking about for 5 minutes. Kid being normal, I'm gonna beat your ass. That's Kyra in a nutshell, everybody. That's all you need to know about her.
You can't hear me very well, but I can hear him speak. Like, if he's whispering, I can hear it.
Oh my God, whispering.
Yeah, I don't know where. Oh, Peanut. Basically, at the old house, he ran away, and we, like, lost him. And then we ended up getting him back and took him to the vet. Everything was fine. Everything was great.
Your cat just ran away for a long time, and you're just like, you don't see them doing videos. You don't ever see these people doing videos about losing animals because they don't give a shit. It is so weird to me when somebody loses an animal and it's like, it is what it is. Oh my gosh, man. When Sam got away the other day, like a couple weeks ago, like, I was crying. I'm not kidding you. Because I know he's old. He doesn't have a lot of time left on Earth, okay? And it makes me cry a little bit because it's my boy. Sam and Macaroni are my boys, right? But like, people who just lose animals, especially influencers, for some reason they all go through a ton of animals and they just they don't care. That's really bothersome for me.
Got out again, and this is like, he sneaks out. I don't know what the deal is.
He hates you. That's what the deal is. We all do.
Definitely is like a wild cat. I think that when we rescued him a couple years back, they found him in the wild and like domesticated him basically, and then I adopted him, and ever since he's just wanted out. So
he hates you.
But I'm very scared to have outdoor cats.
Sounds like you have an outdoor cat here. Got out like a bunch of times and you don't seem to give a shit. Just put an air tag on him, let him go. Cats, I would never let Sam do that, but I'm just saying, because Sam, I got Sam from a kitten. He wasn't in the forest.
So, anyways,
I hate my children.
There's some way that he's getting out, because we keep bringing him back in.
Anyways.
What the deal is with that. But anyways, I got on top and I don't, and there's a candid looking, I want to say, cake that's like very simple. Basically, you just make 3 layers of round cakes. And I'm going to make, I'm doing
Back to what happened today. Had great sex last night. Got on top when I don't, and it was amazing. And I'm at a GM at Starbs, and today was great. Then I have a kitten, and she's great. Ma'am, this is a Wendy's. Why are you saying that in a public chat? That is on the internet now. Ew, the tribe that you attract is nasty, Kyra. Like...
Okay, question. If we did Wine About It Wine Wednesday... Guys, I get a lot of questions, like, what do you think about this situation and this drama and this and that? And like,
oh, they're talking about the Colleen Ballinger drama.
I don't even know that's happening, so I don't know what people are talking about. Especially if I do know about it, I talked about this last week. If I do know about the drama, I know firsthand how fucking inaccurate that can be.
Do you? None of what we say is inaccurate. And she seems to be like, well, when I tell you all the truth, it's going to be... No, you can't tell the truth for some reason, so we can say whatever we want. But it's not inaccurate. Get wrecked. And even Hannah's like liking certain people's comments about like things, and she's leaving a little bit of breadcrumbs everywhere about what went down. You cheated. The end of the story. Just come out and say it. I cheated. It is what it is. I don't care. because you know we don't care.
So I always, now when I hear stories, even like about celebrities, which is always on a way different scale, but it's like, I'm going to say probably like 3% of that is true. Because I will say, there can't, what is the saying? I just said it not too long ago. Like, okay, here's another version of the saying that I heard on TV recently, but there can't be smoke without a fire. Like, so, obviously there's a stem to the drama that's true, but then the shit that grows is usually not true at all. So again, like 3% of it is what I usually say.
Are you telling us right now that Colleen Ballinger 3% is truth? Okay, cool. Don't ever listen to what Kyra says. She's bad at math. She doesn't know how to spell. She doesn't know how to read. She doesn't know how to speak. Her forehead. And then she has shit in her wine. Don't listen to her.
Is probably accurate.
Also, she does this a lot.
His side, her side, and the truth. That's definitely true about like...
Yeah, there's Oscar's side, which we all know. Your side, which you refuse to tell everybody. And the side where I had a witness on that said you were having a threesome within Vegas, trying to, and they gave me the dates. That's the side. You're not telling us your side, Kyra, because if there are 3 sides, why don't you just tell us? It's such a mystery why she won't tell us her side of the story. Why? It's so weird.
I don't know.
I know you don't know.
I think
we know.
It's just more complicated than even that. But I guess, yes, when it comes to couples, that's true. But when there's not couples involved, that's kind of not true. But yeah, I don't know. She was inappropriately talking to kids. Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know.
So don't stop speaking on it. Because you just said it was 3% true, so you don't know shit.
Any of that, I don't really follow. I know who Colleen is, obviously. She's been like a YouTuber for a very long time. But I've always known her to be very kind, very down to earth. Like, I can't imagine that that's true.
There she goes, just chiming in on shit that, that can't be true. She just admitted there's 3 sides to everything. You just like, Colleen's amazing. Well, this aged well, didn't it? Colleen is canceled, dumbass. She's like, I can't, like, she just automatically just goes to, that's Colleen's nice. Oh, not really, I guess.
But again, I have no idea, and I'm just going to stick with 3% of it is true.
You moron.
Forever.
You moron. Forever, eh? Everyone can have their own truth. Doesn't mean they're wrong. Sometimes it means they're wrong.
You're giving your most authentic self. You're open. I mean, are you kidding? I've had panic attacks and posted them. Everyone can have their truth. Doesn't mean they're wrong or lying. I don't even think it's about the truth, like, necessarily. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, people on the internet, there's not the truth. Because it's never true online. Like...
What? Yes, what? What kind of stupid comment is that? Is it not true that you're now engaged to your ex-best friend's husband or not? Is that true? Because regardless of all the other things, that's shitty enough in itself. Is that not true or something?
The online is so not real, what I've learned. Even if you're real, even if you're giving your most authentic self, you're open. I mean, are you kidding? I've had panic attacks and posted them.
Oh my God, so that must mean you're so real and raw.
So
she's admitting right now that everything's fake.
Every raw moment of my life exposed. Births, pretty much nudes, like...
Yeah, I know. We've all seen your nips.
My relationship, ending my relationship, dropping out of high school, like panic attacks.
Oh, so she didn't finish high school. Okay.
Weather, you name it, it's out there. So even if you have the most authentic version of yourself out there, there is a very fabricated version of you out there.
That you curated, boner face. You curated that. So get wrecked.
In the sense that people make comments and make this whole thread of comments that turns you into somebody else, and people find that version of you, which again, it's not even you, and that's what they believe, and that's more fun, so that becomes you.
Oh my God, you're so stupid.
And that becomes more viral and known than you, so you actually don't matter, and again, you're the stem, and everything that comes above it is bullshit, and that...
Yeah. Kyra just admitted she was the stem to the bullshit tree. And I agree, 100%. You're the roots of the bullshit tree, Kyra.
That version of you that people have created is not true. So
it is true. We are right about you. All of us are right. Again, all you have to do is say just the thing. Are you now engaged to your ex-best friend's husband? Ex-husband. Are you? That's it. That's it. So it's true. We're right.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's just all... I just take the internet with, like, that's why I love this kind of like more intimate group, because I'm very grateful for what's
so intimate that shared to the internet for everybody
of my life, and like what YouTube has provided for me, what friendships I've made through here, and like
you don't have any friends.
No, my life would never be as good ever if it wasn't for this. But I've also learned that it can put me in the worst place in my life and make me the most heartbroken and sad ever.
No. YouTube didn't do that to you. Nope. You did that to you. YouTube and the comments and everything else, these are people having their opinions based on the shit that you're showing them. You are your worst enemy, Kyra. That's not YouTube's fault that you took your ex-best friend's ex-husband and married him and tainted with him out in Vegas. That's nobody's fault but your own. Don't blame YouTube for your shitty choices. What a dinkleberry.
And that's really hard. So I've had to learn to like take a step back and realize the difference.
And you haven't.
This is a phone. No. And I'm talking to you guys, but I have
strangers.
No idea your true intentions and if you actually like me and if you're actually
true intentions of the person screen recording this.
And so it's kind of scary. And being in a more intimate group, I get to know you obviously on a more intimate level, so it's safe to assume.
Do you? The weird one who said she's having sex at the mall and stuff?
You are, weird. And like I trust you guys and I love you guys and all these things, but on a big scale, you have no idea, and you're just being vulnerable with what? Not even with who, but with what?
I don't want to hear this.
That's definitely unfortunate, but there's been a few people that have told me.
Don't care.
So is he. But thriving, absolute no.
No, you weren't thriving. Okay. It was a season of not thriving. I'm just skipping through her bullshit and landing on some random shit she's saying. I already know what she's talking about. Oscar and I weren't thriving. Oh no, you're having a season? That's everybody goes through that shit. So you just threw them away and went with taint? It's because you were cheating. Just admit you were cheating. That's because everybody has periods in their marriage. I've been married for 15 years. You're not always thriving. It's never going to happen. We're human beings. We all ebb and flow. Okay, there's ups and downs and everything else. She's like, well, we're having a down. But all that shit that's coming out about Kyra, and if Oscar woke up a long time ago, you'll realize that she was a toxic mess the entire time, and Oscar just is a pushover. He was just a guy that likes being controlled or something. I don't know. But she was a toxic mess the entire time. And then she left to go find Taint. Craziness, man. You can't make it up.
When the time comes, would you rather have a Utah wedding or a destination wedding? Would it be big or...
Who cares?
Yes and no. I would love to incorporate it somehow. And it was the most accurate, real dream. When dreams feel so real.
I don't care. She's stupid. I hate her. So that's fun. I'm glad we went through that old one. They're really, really long though. Just too long. You know what I mean? You can only handle so much of Kyra's bullshit before you're like, oh my gosh, I gotta tune out. I can't do this. Like, even Preston in the and I should go back through the Beneath the Sheets podcast where she forced Oscar to be on this. Watch that. Even Preston there couldn't stand her bullshit. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what changed. I don't know. People are just assuming that he's with her because of money, but I don't think she has that much money. So I don't know what's going on, man. Again, maybe she allows him to do whatever he wants sexually. It's really weird. Gross, too. Ooh, look at this. What you know about crunchy bars? Get that for a little later. Excited. Anyway, let's just try to take a breath, everybody. Really, really do that together, okay? The count of 3. Take a massive inhale and hold it with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. If you don't do those with me, do those with me. I promise just that one breath is good. Every hour or so, set an alarm on your watch to take a deep breath. If you have an iWatch, it actually does it for you. It says, let's do some breathing together. Deep breaths are really, really important, everybody. Water and deep breaths are important. And crunchy bars. Okay? Okay. Anyway, thanks for being here, everybody. Thanks for having fun and snorkeling on Kyra with me. It's fun. She's dumb. But you're not dumb. You're like totes amazed and stuff. You know it. You know. It's good. Oh, jeez. Anyway, I gotta get going. Things are going on. I gotta go cut grass. Gotta trim the grass. Gotta cut the lawn. Gotta take Gus out. It's gonna be fun. You guys are amazing. Thanks for being here. Don't forget how amazing, incredible, valuable you are. And I will see you when I see you.